Last year, QuickBooks stopped selling Self-Employed and replaced it with Solopreneur. This begs the question, what exactly changed? Is Solopreneur a step up from Self-Employed, or does it just trade one headache for another? Hi, I'm Jeff Budiak with Software Connect. Today, I'll review QuickBooks Solopreneur and compare it against the now discontinued Self-Employed, helping you decide whether it's worth a switch. Before we jump in, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It helps us create more software review content like this to help your business. QuickBooks Solopreneur is replacing the old Self-Employed plan, and honestly, it's probably a good thing. I've never been a fan of Self-Employed. It was pretty limited, especially since it didn't support double entry accounting. Really, it was more like a fancy spreadsheet than a real bookkeeping software. Solopreneur is meant to fix that. It's designed specifically for one-person businesses, freelancers, and side hustlers who just need simple, streamlined bookkeeping. But if you have even one employee, this plan won't cut it. And to be honest, I don't recommend Solopreneur either. Generally speaking, it covers the basics: automatic banking imports, invoicing and estimates, tax deductions, and mileage tracking. It's a handy tool if you're trying to make filing your Schedule C a little less painful. For freelancers and independent contractors, it could be just what you need to keep things simple. But it's not a full accounting system, despite what Intuit may say. There's no balance sheet, and it still doesn't support true double entry accounting. If you're planning to expand your business, you'll probably outgrow this plan pretty quickly. And when the time comes and your needs go beyond your solo bookkeeping, you're going to need something stronger. Even adding something as simple as hiring one employee can push Solopreneur past its limits. That's where we come in. At Software Connect, we can help growing companies find accounting systems that can keep up, whether you're bringing your first hire on or you just need better financial visibility. Get free demos, pricing info, and expert guidance tailored to where your business is headed. To get started today, just visit softwareconnect.com. While it's not our favorite system out there, there are some things to like. First off, it makes Schedule C tax filing a lot easier. Second, it's a solid choice for tracking everyday expenses. And third, the interface is clean and easy to use, even if you're not especially tech savvy. QuickBooks Solopreneur really leans into Schedule C tax filing. It helps you track your tax deductions and prep for tax season without the usual hassle. You can see write-offs and estimate tax payments all in one place. A helpful feature carried over from the old Self-Employed plan that still works well here. It's also a solid platform for tracking expenses. I like its receipt capture tool, a feature also inherited from Self-Employed. In the mobile app, you can take a picture of a receipt and it'll automatically extract the data. Then, just link it to the corresponding transaction. It's a simple way to stay on top of your paper trail when you're handling purchases in person. And the interface? Super easy to use. The dashboard feels familiar if you've used QuickBooks Online before. You get an at-a-glance view of income, expenses, and tax estimates, making it easy to keep your finances in check. Add widgets to monitor KPIs like profit and loss or total mileage. It makes it easy to see metrics quickly, which is great for busy self-employed owners. Unfortunately, that's where the positives for Solopreneur end. Like I mentioned, I really wouldn't recommend it for three main reasons. First, it's not really customizable. Second, it lacks true double entry accounting. And third, it's not scalable if you have plans to grow. While simplicity is great for beginners, Solopreneur takes that a bit too far. It's very bare bones and customization is almost non-existent. Just like QuickBooks Self-Employed, Solopreneur doesn't allow you to add or modify charts of accounts. What you see is what you get. It's designed to be as simple as possible for new users, so it makes sense that it's not as personalized as their online product. Still, I would have liked to see more flexibility to really make the software my own. Take Zoho Books, for example. You can create custom fields for transactions or even configure buttons for specific actions like bulk email reminders. Next, we'll talk about one of the more glaring issues I ran into, which is its double entry accounting. Intuit says it has it, but it's misleading. There's no balance sheet in sight and everything runs quietly behind the scenes. That means you don't get full control over your financial records, which can be a deal breaker if you need to track assets and liabilities thoroughly. While it's an improvement over Self-Employed, which lacked double entry accounting entirely, it's still a pretty big issue if you want true accounting software. Most standalone accounting systems include a balance sheet, like FreshBooks or Xero. They even have similar prices for their one-user plans. Last, if you're looking to grow your business, Solopreneur is not for you. Like I mentioned earlier, the minute you hire an employee is the minute you have to upgrade. The problem is, Solopreneur is a standalone software. This means you'll have to download all of your data and transfer it over to a new system, which is a real headache. Compare this with QuickBooks Online, which has multiple versions that you can upgrade with the push of a button. If you anticipate hiring staff, it's worth skipping Solopreneur entirely and opting for QuickBooks Online. Okay, let's move on to pricing. At the time of this recording, QuickBooks Solopreneur costs $20 per month. And to me, this feels a bit pricey. You can find full accounting systems with more features at similar or even lower costs. Take Wave, for example. They offer a free version that includes a balance sheet for actual double entry accounting. Even their Pro plan is only $16 per month, and it has a lot more features than Solopreneur. Now, let's talk a little bit more about its key features. Like I mentioned before, Solopreneur is pretty bare bones. You can record transactions, send invoices and estimates, track mileage, and see tax deductions. It does have a reporting module, but it's very limited. It only has 5 total reports, and their basic profit and loss and sales summaries. I would have liked to see them expand on this a bit from the self-employed version, but it's basically the same. If you want more reporting, I recommend going with QuickBooks Online or another vendor like Custom Books. Both of these offer reporting on their single user plans. So what's my final take? I give QuickBooks Solopreneur a 4 out of 10. It's not a true double entry accounting system, there's really not any customization, and it's not built to scale. Overall, I recommend steering clear of this one. Most businesses, even self-employed, are better off investing in a full-fledged accounting software, whether that's QuickBooks Online or an alternative like Wave or Xero. These usually offer single-user plans that will give you a lot more than what Solopreneur has to offer. That said, if you want to keep track of your fun side hustle, Solopreneur could work. It will help you file your taxes and organize your profit and loss. Even then, you could probably do that in a spreadsheet for free and save yourself the $20 a month. If you do end up looking at alternatives, check out our small business accounting roundup on our website. We cover affordable options like Wave and FreshBooks that offer more advanced features. Have you tried Solopreneur for yourself? How do you think it compares to other QuickBooks systems? Let us know in the comments. And if you're still unsure whether Solopreneur is right for you, visit softwareconnect.com for a free consultation. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.